Brennan Mulligan is looking to kill some characters in Critical Role Campaign 4.
You are a sick son of a bitch.
Gonna kill that dog.
Before we dive into Brennan's stance on player character deaths in Campaign 4, why not take a second to hit those like and subscribe buttons to help us keep videos like this one coming. It's totally free and it really helps. And then, let's talk some Critical Role. Critical Role released a new video late last week hyping up their huge 13-player West Marches style Campaign 4. And while most of the video was dedicated to reassuring fans that yes, this approach really does work, and hyping up the talents of Brennan Mulligan, Brennan also made an appearance in the video to make one thing very clear. With 13 player characters across 3 tables to choose from, no one was safe, and player character deaths were very much back on the menu, and that could be a very good thing for Critical Role.
Dog, we can say goodbye to anybody.
First off, the one big complaint people had about Campaign 3 that was often voiced is that the stakes just weren't that high because the players kept getting rescued by guest starring level 20 Vox Machina or Mighty 9 characters or super powerful level 20 NPCs, and they just kept getting bailed out of all their bad decisions and dangerous situations instead of dealing with lasting consequences. Basically, after about 40 episodes, we just never really thought that a player character would ever really die. And when that finally did happen, it was largely for reasons external to the game itself.
They make every day a smiley day. And so I just sign off.
But in a game where Brennan, who is not afraid to pull the trigger on character death if the setting calls for it, just look at A Crown of Candy for examples, is dealing with 13 players in a years-long West March style campaign, suddenly every combat and every dangerous social encounter has weight, because we know that Brennan is not afraid to put these characters into the ground, and with good reason. West March's campaigns are built for new players to pop in and old players to vanish. It's basically tailor-made for that exact purpose, being almost modular in nature, and focusing more on the overarching world story and less on the individuals. Although given that this is a Critical Role campaign, we expect a lot more focus on the actual characters than you would normally find. But still, this system is built to have an easy in for new players to join, or for old players to die and return as new player characters. And in a world without gods, you have to imagine resurrection magic is either completely gone or incredibly rare at this point, so death seems very much final. As Brennan put it during his fireside chat, and something that Brennan and I discussed when we were talking during his time running EXU Divergence, if there are no gods to shepherd those souls towards their domain, can they even be recalled? Do they just get stuck in limbo? There's no one there to shepherd them around. There may literally be no mechanical way to get a soul back into a body in the world of Ahriman. The other major benefit is that with 13 player characters and 3 tables all having to share the spotlight, while people will certainly have their favorite characters and relationships, they will have less time to grow the sometimes, frankly, parasocial relationships that critters can get with main campaign characters, meaning the fan backlash from a character death would be far less than in a campaign where those characters are at every single session of every single game, and always interacting and building relationships with the same party. Fans will definitely still be upset, but as we've seen with other campaigns, like with Molly's death in Campaign 2, it's sometimes great for the story itself, but it's just harder to build that kind of emotional investment and occasional unhealthy attachment to a character that can cause mass fan outrage when those characters just aren't on the screen for 66% of the campaign. So with less potential backlash and a built-in way to bring in new characters via the West Marches approach to running Campaign 4, Brennan is in a unique position to finally raise the stakes again on Critical Role, making every combat and encounter genuinely tense and impactful in a way we haven't seen in quite a while. And we can't wait to see how that pans out when Brennan brings Ahriman to life in Campaign 4 in less than a month. So what do you think? Would you be okay with a couple of deaths in Campaign 4 of Critical Role? Let us know down in the comments, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.